I'm so sick of the heat in Miami, and it's actually nice to be up in the northern states, especially in the summer months. It's August, but it's still hot as Hades in Florida. Throw in that I'm dodging all the tourists and traffic of such a big city, and I'm really looking forward to my time in Michigan. I grunt as I try to lift my luggage into the trunk of my rental car. It's a Ford Focus, and I'm suddenly glad they didn't give me an SUV for this trip. I'm not sure I'd be able to lift my things into it. I slam the trunk down, only breathing slightly hard. At 5'5" and 180 pounds, I'm not exactly in great shape. I like my curves, though, and I really like baked goods too much to ever be a size 2. It might be time for some cardio or weights, though, I think, as I try to catch my breath. It's close to a 5-hour drive to Lilac Harbor, and I know I need to get a move on if I want to arrive before the sun sets. I'm supposed to be able to get into my rental house with the lockbox on the door, but if there are any issues, I want to be able to get in touch with the rental company and not be stuck outside for a few hours because everything is already closed for the night. Once I get out of Detroit, the traffic thins. I sing along to the top 40 station on the radio as I cruise down the highway. My boss, Angela, calls me around 2 to check in, and I let her know that I'm almost there. I stop for gas and a burger just before I cross over the Mackinac Bridge. Michigan is actually really pretty. Everything is so green, and the highway winds through trees and rock walls before we get back to trees. It's certainly a change of pace from the sand and palm fronds of Florida. I've been making a mental list of all the local attractions I want to go and see. I'll have a bit of downtime over the next few weeks, and I'm already imagining taking a ferry ride over to Mackinac Island for some of their famous fudge. I make it to the other side of the bridge and pay the toll before I stop to stretch my legs and top off the gas tank so I don't have to worry about it later. It feels good to stretch my legs after so much sitting. Lilac Harbor is supposed to be about 20 or 30 minutes west of the bridge, and I can feel the excitement bubbling up inside of me. I wonder if I have time to get settled at the rental place and then go check out the town. Maybe I should go for a walk along the water instead. I could stretch my legs that way, and then I could take some pictures with the sun setting and post them tonight. I bring up my rental information and grin when I see a message from Hartley. She was my next-door neighbor when I was going to college. Her and her grandma were a hoot, and I was sad to hear about her Gram's passing a few months ago. She just relocated to Michigan and is only about a 30-minute drive north of where I'll be staying. I already promised her that I would stop by to see her, and she promised to come down to Lilac Harbor for a visit too. I can't wait to meet her new boyfriend. Hartley is a lot like me. She never dated, was always too focused on her family and friends. So I know that if she met someone, he has to be pretty great. I climb back in the car and turn onto the road before I call her. "Hey," I say when she answers. "Hey yourself. I was going to call, but I couldn't remember when your flight landed, and the texts about it are buried about 200 messages ago," she says with a laugh. "I landed this morning. I'm just about to pass Destiny Falls," I say, as I squint to make out the upcoming town sign. "Oh, then you're really close. I was just down in Destiny Falls the other week. My friend Iris lives there. She owns the Blast from the Past antique store." "Just past it," I say with a smile as I look out the window and see the sign. "Where's your rental house?" she asks, and I try to remember the street name. I can't remember the street, but it looked like it was right by the water. "That will be relaxing." "I know. You'll have to come over for a little mini vacation. This one was over what the company was willing to pay, so I covered the rest. It was worth it, because the house looks gorgeous," I gush as I pass by some local site called the Mystery Cabin. It actually looks kind of cool, and I add it to my mental list of places to